and welcome to a brand new DCAU update for May 2019. If you're new to my channel, first of all, let me just say welcome. It's a pleasure to have you. And for all of you returning, I'm so excited to continue this year celebrating the 80th anniversary of The Dark Knight with another DCAU film from the archives that I have not reviewed yet, and that, of course, is Batman Year One, which of course is based on one of the most beloved Frank Miller Batman stories that has ever been given to us. So this movie stars the voice talents of Bryan Cranston as a young Commissioner Gordon coming as a lieutenant to Gotham City, and at the same time, Bruce Wayne, voiced by Ben McKenzie, who ironically plays James Gordon in Gotham, voices Batman as a young Bruce Wayne coming back from his journey and officially becoming Batman. And this movie takes place throughout the first year of Batman roaming the streets of Gotham, trying to bring justice, and at the same time, a brand new young James Gordon trying to weed out the corruption in the Gotham City police force, and finally making sure that these guys do the right justice for the right people. So one of the few things that I will say that I was expecting from this movie was for it to be as accurate as possible to the comic, because if there's one thing you don't want to do in the world of Batman is when Frank Miller writes a story, you don't want to make any major changes, and you want it to be accurate. And one of the few things that this movie has to be given its credit for is that it pretty much reads like the pages of the comics. You see the months of the year at the bottom of the screen, at the top of the screen, you see the color palette exactly like it is in the comic books. The dialogue is pretty much the exact same thing, with the inner monologues of James Gordon and Bruce Wayne respectively. And you even see Batman's rogues gallery sort of getting teased throughout the entire movie, along with Catwoman becoming Catwoman, voiced by Eliza Dushku, but you also see characters like Harvey Dent in this movie, and even some preludes to the Joker, which is also something that the Christopher Nolan trilogy actually did take from in regards to making that specific Batman trilogy a big blockbuster icon in the world of film. Although I will say that when it comes to Batman Year One, it may not be something that everybody will like. If you are someone that has never really read the comic books or hasn't really seen much of the Batman animated series, and you pick up this movie and you watch it for the first time, you might find it a little bit lackluster and boring, because there really isn't that much action as there could be, because it really is more about the inner workings of James Gordon and Batman trying to create their identities. And even though there are some really good action sequences, you're not going to get much of it in this movie, because it's really about the human side of being a superhero and being a cop on the lower ranks trying to make a difference. And the great thing is how the two paths collide as the story progresses, and how the characters evolve. However, if you have read the graphic novel and you are a huge fan of Batman Year One, you are going to love this movie, because it is so accurate to the comics, and it really pays great tribute to Batman and Frank Miller in general. So fans will really appreciate this, and I highly recommend that you see it. But either way, if you just want to see something great in terms of comic book lore and a true great origin story of Batman, this is definitely a good one to see. However, Batman Mask of the Phantasm, which is the origin story based around Batman the Animated Series, might be a little bit more your speed if you have never read the Frank Miller graphic novel. But either way, I do enjoy this one. It's not my favorite one in the animated library, but it is still very good, and you need to give credit where it's due. So that's it, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave your comments in the box below, and let's discuss Batman Year One. And I will see you in the next DCAU update. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. If you're new here and want to see more of what my channel has to offer, please click on the link to my last video, or hit that subscribe button to be kept up to date with all of my uploads. Content of all sorts is posted here quite often, so trust me, you do not want to fall behind. I will see you in the comments, and actions speak louder than words.